Hello and welcome back to the Film Club, the club where we talk about films that we've been recently watching, viewing and enjoying. Let me know what you've been recently watching and enjoying, and if you've seen what I'm about to talk about, let me know in the comments what you thought about it. I was so excited for the Napoleon film. You've got a star like Joaquin Phoenix, you've got a director like Ridley Scott, you've got such an interesting historical figure which hasn't had much focus in cinema before, and to be honest, for me, I didn't really know much about him. I really wanted to love this film, and I went into it with very high expectations, and I'm going to be honest, I came out of Napoleon not pleased. Now don't get me wrong, there's a lot of good about this film, and on rewatch I think I might appreciate it a little more. I think the director's cut might save this film potentially, because to me this film just felt a little bit rushed. It felt like it was trying to do too many different things in too many different places, and it ended up just being a muddled mess and nothing really got achieved. I felt like I was leaving the cinema knowing about as much as Napoleon personally as I did going into it. I didn't feel connected to him as a character, I didn't feel connected to any of the relationships in the film. I think the writing was weak, messy, and it just in general didn't work. I think from the Napoleon film it would have been good to get him on the come up. We start the film off and he's essentially straight into power after one battle. I want to see him coming up. I want to see what drives him, what's brought him to this point in the first place. What makes the mind of Napoleon tick, how he was brought up, what happened to him leading up to this moment. I want to be able to feel like I know where his mind is at. He's a very troubled and weird person, which is brilliantly portrayed in the film. He's shown to be a little bit quirky, weird, random, and at times funny, but to me it didn't fit him. We didn't see the why, we didn't see the how did he get to this point in his life, and that's what was missing for me personally, because then when it came to relationships I didn't feel like I felt any connection to the two of them. One of the main plot points of the film, and essentially the main story of the film, is his relationship with his wife, and it just felt odd. It felt a little bit rushed. It didn't do anything for me. It didn't do anything for the film. The ending and the resolution, if you can even call it a resolution, was just lackluster. Despite all of its writing flaws and everything like that, Napoleon's set pieces are absolutely stunning. The gigantic battles that take place are just immense, and some of the best that we've seen on screen. It doesn't shy away from being gory, which you soon get introduced to like 5 minutes into the film with the horse. The middle battle where the enemy is, I believe it's Russia and Austria. When they're fighting on the lake, he's calculated. He's sinister about it almost. These are the moments that I loved in the film. I loved the big grandiose battles. I loved seeing him in action, and because when you compare that middle battle to the final battle where he's sloppy, he's got no plan except for just charge at them. You see the downfall of the man, but we didn't necessarily get a deeper look into him to see this downfall come more than just on the battlefield. The set design, the costume design, everything about Napoleon in that aspect and the filmmaking aspect is stunning. It's gorgeous and it's brilliant. But in terms of its actual story, I just felt that it was jumping around too many places. I was confused. I couldn't keep track of what was going on. It was trying to squeeze in too many plot points. It's like the battle in Egypt. Did we even need to see that? No, not really. I just feel like that was Ridley Scott wanting to shoot a cannonball at a pyramid. Take moments like that out and insert better scenes that have more depth and writing that actually brings you close to the character and makes you care about the relationships involved in the film. But anyway, what did you think of Napoleon? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time on the Film Club.